you're going to want to mute it until it's time for shout out. There you go.
Good morning, Findlay Dreamers.
Good morning, Mrs. Adams.
And good morning, Findlay Scholars.
Good morning, Mr. Miller.
Good morning, Findlay family.
Good morning, Mr. Kirby and Damien, Jeremiah, and Mrs. Jinx. Glad you're all here.
It is a beautiful morning. You know, lately, a lot of people have been talking about voting rights. And voting is a responsibility all of us have when you're at the voting age. But at Findlay, we can have lots of responsibilities. And last week, I saw students doing things without being asked. They were responsible. I saw students picking up garbage that was not theirs. I saw students helping out teachers. And I saw students just taking down chairs in the classroom or putting up chairs just to help somebody out. So it's so great to be responsible and have jobs or do something just because you know it needs to be done. So I can tell it's going to be a great week, Mr. Miller.
Oh, I know. And in fact, last week was great too, as always. And our list grows with the participation rate, as I've said so many weeks in a row. In fact, we have 4 classes above 80% last week. Mrs. Boudreau's class, Mrs. Campero, Mrs. Hall, and Mrs. McDermott's class. And of course, we have a longer list above 90. Mrs. Crawford's class, Mrs. Dow's class, and Mrs. Jinx's class, Mrs. Nelson's class, Mrs. Osborne's class, Mrs. Brevard's class, Mrs. Roberts Varghese class, Miss Simmons' class, Mrs. Smith's class, Mrs. Spritzer's class, Miss Stender's class, Mr. Sun's class, and Miss T's class. And the top 3, the number 1 class with 100%, Miss T, Miss Stender, 98.82, and Mrs. Brevard, 97.65. Well, we will be topping that this week for sure. I can tell we achieve greatness all the time. And Mrs. Jinx, you achieved greatness last week when your students said you got a positive office referral. They could list so many qualities and actions you took to receive that award. Great listeners, so helpful. You do everything above and beyond for those students in your class. What do you have to say? I'm sure you're feeling good about that.
Yeah, they sure know how to fill up my heart, I'll tell you. But I got to turn the thank you back on them because, you know, as a class, they've opened themselves up to the unknown this year. They have always continued learning, changing, and growing, and we do this as a team. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for working so hard. Thank you.
Wow, that's impressive. I don't know if in my time at Findlay I've heard of a teacher getting a positive office referral. So whatever you're doing, Miss Jinx, you got a recipe going there. Keep it up. And the students in Miss Jinx class, bravo, way to go. You are leaders. And I would also like to recognize our friends in Miss Osborne's class because they were taking responsibility. And for one morning last week, they had Miss Weiss was in there for Miss Osborne up and through lunchtime. And they did exactly what was expected of them. They cleaned up when it was time to clean up. They were at level 0 when the lights were signaling to everybody. It was, I don't know that I've seen them that committed to being a full class, fully engaged and cooperating with everybody and doing what they need to do. So that kind of thing is happening. And it's great to see that. Springtime, it's warming up. I think people are getting excited about all of that as well. And clearly, we've got 17 classes that are mostly all here, except for 2 or 3% here and there. So that's fantastic. And again, throughout this entire last year, the thing that has kept me motivated is being a part of the Findlay family. So thank you all as well. I wonder if anybody else has any other positive, uplifting, shouty, outy kind of things to share with us this morning. Damien?
Why is Vincent not in the meeting yet?
You're good looking out for your peers there.
He'll come on later, maybe tomorrow, but thank you for caring enough about asking. What about your shout out, Damien? Go ahead.
I have a shadow
Shout out.
because Mr. Sun teaches great math.
Mr. Sund does know his math, which is a good thing for you all and the rest of us. Let's see. Jeremiah is there. Jeremiah, are you there?
I got a shout out.
Shout out.
I got a shout for Mr. Sun for doing us hard math.
Hard math. Great math. Thanks for the math, Mr. Sun. That math is going to come in handy no matter what you do in the future, but you may choose to go to college. So how about a Monday morning college cheer on this beautiful sunny day? You ready?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Miss Jinx is ready. 1, 2, ready, go.
Ready? 2, 4, 6, 6. Put together 20, 20, 20, 35. 20, 20, 20, 35. 20, 20,
2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 35.
20.